Now, Count on 2, live and local in the Lowcountry. This is News 2 at 6.
New details tonight on the deadly military plane crash in Savannah.
We will tell you how several teams from the Lowcountry are stepping in to assist with the investigation. Good evening, I'm Carolyn Murray.
And I'm Brendan Clark. Investigators continue their search for evidence and answers after a military plane crashed outside Savannah. It killed 9 people.
New tonight, we now know the names of the airmen killed in that accident. All 9 crew members were from Puerto Rico. They served as pilots, mechanics, navigators, co-pilots, even flight engineers.
The years in service combined 167 years. All of the members on board leave behind wives, children, and other family members. 40 team members from Joint Base Charleston are at the crash site to assist with this investigation. They're providing mortuary and chaplaincy support, as well as legal and documentation assistance. But this investigation expected to last several days, possibly weeks, and cleanup will not begin until after the investigation is complete.
A close-knit family, and when a tragedy like this occurs, every member of the United States Armed Forces feels it.
We do know the plane had stopped in Georgia for routine maintenance as part of a training mission that was supposed to end with a flight to Arizona, one of the oldest planes with the Air National Guard and about to be retired.
High school student behind bars tonight. A school resource officer was called by school officials about Julio Jimenez Turibades. The school said on Tuesday he made the shape of a gun with his hand and a pop noise. Today, the officer spoke with him and went to his car, which was parked on the school campus. During a search, authorities found marijuana, a pistol, and ammunition. His bond hearing will be held in the morning. Well, the wait is almost over. The Nexton Parkway interchange overpass's ribbon cutting was held today, but drivers will still have to wait until Monday to actually use the road. News 2's Berkeley County reporter Raymond Owens attended the ribbon cutting and has more.
This brand new interchange, exit 197, is the latest here on I-26, and it opens to the public. You can actually start driving over it Monday. After a few speeches under the tent on the overpass, the ribbon was officially cut.
And we're quite proud of the fact that this project has come in on time, under budget.
It's not every day a brand spanking new $82 million interstate interchange opens up. Also open Monday, the full Nexton Parkway. That means if you live in Cane Bay, you'll be able to zip back to the house without sitting in any Highway 17A or 176 traffic.
We as the developers of Nexton were required to build the entire 5 miles of Nexton Parkway. So the interchange ties into the parkway, which runs all the way through our property and exits on Highway 176, even intersects into Cane Bay community.
19,000 people per day expected to take the new road.
Well, it's going to mean the reduction of traffic on Main Street. That's the main thing we're looking at.
Less traffic means less time on the road, more time living your life.
You know, in the most simplest way, it provides an opportunity for people to have that time. Maybe it's to put their child to bed at the end of the day because they get home earlier from work, or a little bit more free time to start that healthy exercise routine they wanted to do, or maybe that little bit extra time where they can work on that new business idea that they have.
Again, they will open this to traffic on Monday, and you will be able to drive all the way from Cane Bay into Somerville. In Somerville, on the interstate, I'm Raymond Owens. Count on 2.
Members of the South Carolina House debated for hours last night before making finishing touches on the state's budget. Last week, lawmakers got into a heated discussion about a $54 million request for a forensics lab for the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division. But after negotiations and rewrites of the amendment, the House finally decided to approve the request, along with putting in more money for school safety. The House is looking to spend about $12 million for school safety measures, but some lawmakers say that is still not enough.
For the amount of funding that we put in the budget toward these things, that's a drop in the bucket to what we really need, okay? We have to start practicing what we preach. We talk about concerns for our children, concerns for our schools, concerns for our prisons, institutions, but we're not walking the walk.
Those safety measures would include things such as metal detectors, surveillance cameras, and equipment for school resource officers. The Senate will now review the added amendments. And a vote by the South Carolina Senate aims to ban almost all abortions. Wednesday night, the Senate passed a proposal only allowing abortions in cases of rape, incest, or medical emergencies. The bill will now head to the Senate for a final vote. Democrats expected to filibuster this amended proposal.
The Mount Pleasant Public Services Department is about to introduce fully automated garbage trucks to the town, and we want to show you what they will look like. Now, while the trucks are still requiring a driver, employees will never have to actually get out. Instead, robotic arms will pick up the trash. The town says this automated technology is more efficient than traditional trash pickup. The town will receive its first 2 trucks sometime this summer, and starting on the 14th, they will replace 8,000 garbage cans in preparation for this transition. Jody Peel, the town's public services director, released a statement, and it reads in part, "These trucks will save taxpayer dollars and increase the efficiency of garbage collection while providing the same great quality of service."
The South Carolina Ports Authority is looking to buy almost 1,000 acres of land in Dorchester County. According to the Charleston Regional Business Journal, the port has made an offer on an industrial park tract located near exit 187 off I-26. Port officials say they do not plan to operate on the land, but instead want to control it to get businesses on that property to help facilitate their needs. In a statement, Port CEO Jim Newsom said they made the offer, quote, "for the purpose of developing and encouraging port-related uses of the property, which is rail served. We are currently working through the due diligence process on this property transaction."
Today, the South Carolina House of Representatives took a 3rd vote approving a bill which allows the Charleston County School District's Board of Trustees to raise their own pay. Right now, members are paid $25 per meeting. The raise would increase that amount to $800 a month for regular members and $900 per month for the board chairman. The bill is now headed to Governor McMaster's desk to sign. The school board must vote for the pay raise. If they do, the increase would not take effect until after the November election cycle. Long before Rosa Parks stood up by sitting down, an African-American woman by the name of Mary Bowers refused to step off a horse-drawn car right here in Charleston.
Bowers insisted she had the right to ride. She was eventually removed, but after filing the complaint against the company, all cars were open to everyone. News 2 Sophia Arizosa downtown in Marion Square with a preview of the celebration for Mary Bowers.
Carolyn Brendan, tonight people will gather here to honor the life and legacy of Mary Bowers. In 1867, she got on a streetcar. It was horse-drawn at that time, and it was for whites only right here on the corner of Marion Square. Her decision first caused riots and later changed. She filed a formal complaint, and 151 years ago today, on May 3rd, discrimination aboard public transit was banned in the city of Charleston. We spoke with organizers with the Best Friends of Low Country Transit, who say there's still inequality on our public transit system.
We don't have equality in transit because now we have cars, and our government devotes most of its time, attention, and money to cars. We passed a half-penny sales tax a year and a half ago, and they're already building roads with the money. But where is the improved bus service? Where is the bus rapid transit line, which is supposed to come right here?
The Best Friends of the Low Country Transit will be holding another event on May 12th to celebrate and spread awareness about the need of public transit in the Low Country. You can find that information on our website, counton2.com. Reporting in downtown Charleston, Sophia Arizosa, Count on 2.
A day solely dedicated to prayer and meditation. The National Day of Prayer calls on people of different faiths in the United States to pray for the nation and its leaders. Several Low Country churches held services today. News 2's Deanne Roberts spoke with church leaders.
Several churches across the Low Country are participating in National Day of Prayer, including St. Andrew's Episcopal Church in Mount Pleasant. They're even passing out brochures telling people how to pray for a unified nation.
Churches in downtown Charleston, Mount Pleasant, Summerville, and North Charleston participating today.
Unity is this year's message. Churches across the nation and in the Tri-County are praying for unity in America, the government, and the church, in families, and many more. People I spoke to attending prayer services today say praying for unity should be the norm, especially in Charleston.
We all are equal at the foot of the cross, and that in that place, that is where our unity is found. And it's a reminder that the outpouring that we saw in Charleston after the Mother Emanuel shootings of Christians and people of other faiths all coming together, that shouldn't be the exception, that should be the norm.
National Day of Prayer happens every year. It's always on the first Thursday of May. This year, more than 55 churches across the state participated. Reporting in Mount Pleasant, Deanne Roberts, Count on 2.
And locally, dozens of church members and invited guests also participated in the National Day of Prayer. We enjoyed lunch and service at River Bluff Baptist Church in North Charleston. You just saw North Charleston Police Chief Reggie Burgess. He led the prayer for law enforcement. I led the prayer for journalists and media. Business and other faith leaders led prayers as well. As Deanne just said, the National Day of Prayer is an annual observance held on the first Thursday of May.
Next on News 2.
Which one of your favorite low-country dining restaurants missed the mark this week?
We're going to find out next in tonight's restaurant report card. That's coming up.